Perfect fit closets. How to use bridge shelves and bridge toe kicks. We'll be taking a look at our catalog, talking about our SHFFB bridge shelf fixed, cut to size, as well as a toe kick connect to bridge shelf. Both of them comes 3 extra inches and requires the Rayfix recamming tool. Shelves will come with 4 or 6 pre-drilled holes for our cams. If it's larger than a certain depth, it may come with 6. Toe kicks will come with 2 holes. This is the Rayfix recamming tool that you can certainly buy from us through us to HAFLA. It comes with a depth gauge, the actual drill, the stopper, and the actual stencil itself. The stencil can recam your shelves. It also has 32mm European system for the extra line boring holes as a stencil, but this red stencil in the middle can actually recut the actual recam the bridge shelves. Since the bridge shelves come 3 extra inches, the installer can cut to size and then recam. Let's take a look at how this works. In my 2020, I currently have 3 modules in place. I've got one on the back wall, one on the left wall, and I have another one here on the right wall. On my back wall, I've got a tall module. One side's got panel half drilled, one side's got panel fully drilled. I've got a clearance of 28 inches from the left wall to the right wall. This will give me sufficient room. If I go any closer, it's going to be very difficult to access this module in the far corner. I have my 2020 open. I've got my Perfect Fit Canada Canadian catalog. I'm going to double click our parts and double click our shelves section. Underneath our shelf sections, we have bridge shelf fixed, cut to size, comes 3+ inches extra, requires the Rayfix tools. Once you purchase the tools one time, you can keep that for the duration and use it over and over and over again. So it's a great one-time purchase. Right now, I've got a 14-inch gap between my Elevation 1 and Elevation 2 modules. On my Elevation 1, please make a note that I've got a 1/4 inch clearance on the right-hand side. So let's drag that through, and let's say that we want a 1/4 inch clearance on the right wall. Some dealers prefer to actually have a variance, and just advising designers that bridge shelves will still work. To use bridge shelves, I want to make sure that all my elevations and my top view fit to screen. So if we're not fitting to screen like this, I can certainly click on my Fit to Screen button and left click. We'll do that for Elevation 2 as well. Elevation 3. And we're just fitting to screen. And last but not least is my top view. Once that's done, I have my elevation view and my top view. I'm going to drag my bridge shelf fixed into my top view, and we can see that it's now connecting 2 pieces together. It will only connect where we have a shelf fixed item. As we can see that the panel half drill does work as well. If we go to attributes into this module, right click the illustration, we can see that our left panel is half drilled, and letting everybody know that this does work on the half drilled section, and also does work when we actually have our adjacent module a 1/4 inch. Let's see if we can install one at the very bottom. This time we're going to use the top view. I'm going to left click bridge shelf fix, cut to size. We'll go into my top view, let go of my mouse. And it takes a moment for the program to actually find this section. If it doesn't, I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard, and we'll try that again. Left click, drop, and we can see that it's trying to connect. And it doesn't work. We're going to hit escape again, and we're going to try the top view, or elevation view. Drag it, drop, and we can see that it works. I've got my plus button. I'm going to left click once, and now we've connected. Let's try our toe kicks. We'll click on our parts, and under toe kick, connect bridge shelf, drag it into our elevation view. I see my actual magnet, drop it right on my bottom bridge shelf. Left click again. And again, we're just going to try to move this around, see if it can connect somewhere. Then if it doesn't work, we're going to hit escape and we're going to try it again. Left click, toe kick, connect to bridge shelf. And you might take a few extra times to do this. If it doesn't work, keep on clicking the escape on the keyboard and just keep trying again. Okay, this time I'm going to try one more time and drop it. And there, it worked just fine. I've got my plus as my new mouse, left click once, and now I've got a bridge shelf. If we take a look at these properties, so let's go to our bridge shelf, go into our attributes, and we can see in our variables that it is 14-inch width because of our width is 14 inches, but we also have an actual row here that says cut to site addition. So we're going to give you an extra 3 inches on top of this so that your installer can actually cut, scribe it to the wall, and recam. The question that I receive often is, do we need the actual recamming tool? If you want to outsource and grab an H or an L bracket, you can certainly do so without grabbing the recamming tool, but we highly advise using the recamming tool to make everything symmetrical so that all the parts are one and the same. We'll also go to our bridge shelf, go into our attributes, and in our variables tab, we can also see that our toe kick, 3/4 inches, the height is 3 3/16, the part height, and we can see that everything is grayed out. We can't really do anything, so we're just going to leave it alone, and it's connected just fine. Now let's try again on the other side. So we're going to drag elevation 3, and we're going to drag this 0 inches to the left. Go back to elevation 2. We're going to hit zoom out or fit to screen, and we'll try this again. Parts, shelves, bridge shelf, drag it, and we see that it connects to both the half drilled and the fully drilled panels with ease. Now let's try adding a regular shelf fixed. We're going to drag it and drop it right here at the very top. Let's just put it this location for now. 16 7/8 in between. We're going to do the same thing on elevation 1. And we're going to line that up so they're both at 16 7/8. So I have 16 7/8, 16 7/8. So now essentially I've got a bridge shelf, sorry, a regular shelf on my elevation 1, 16 7/8 space in between, and the same thing here on my elevation 2. Now if we go down to our bridge shelves, we can try to drop it and connect. So now we theoretically have 3 bridge shelves on the left side. If we go into our perspective view, you'll see we've now created a corner. Let's do that one more time. So this is a great addition, especially if your corner isn't a true corner where it's symmetrical. We actually have a certain 30 inches on one side, 30 inches the other side. If you want to make one greater than the other, the left and rights are going to be different. Bridge shelves are a fantastic component to actually do this. Let's try this one more time. Parts, shelves, shelf fixed. Let's grab another one. And let's grab my annotate 16 7/8. And we'll grab another shelf fixed. It will not work if you have an adjustable shelf. Drop it down one more. 16 7/8 and 16 7/8. Now we can go down to our bridge shelf, drop it. And again, we're just trying to find the location. If it doesn't work as indicated, hit the escape button, and we'll try that again. Oh, it just worked here just a second ago. Again, I'm just loading it around, seeing if the program will connect it. And there you go, click. Let's go into our perspective view. So regardless, it's fully drilled or half drilled, the bridge shelves will work for both the toe kick as well as a regular shelf fixed bridge. And there we go. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 bridge shelves coming 3 extra inches, and the installation will, the installers will actually have to recam these. If anybody has any questions regarding bridge shelf fixed or the bridge toe kick that comes 3 extra inches that require the Rayfix cam tools, please connect with us at support@perfectfitcanada.com. Before we end this, we should probably show you how to actually grab the tool. I'm going to go into my item list. If you want to buy the Rayfix cam tool, we can click on our show item list. We're going to left click accessories extra cost at the very bottom. And in my browser, I'm going to click on my categories. We're going to go to accessories. And at the very bottom of accessories is we have job aids. Underneath job aids, we see non-graphical. These items need to be used in item list. Here are the 4 Rayfix drilling cam tools. I'm going to drop the Rayfix drill, quantity 1, Rayfix jig, quantity 1, drill gauge, quantity 1, and the stop ring. So for our Canadian dealers, it's going to cost $382.46 Canadian. For the Americans, it's going to be a little bit cheaper because the currency converter. So it's going to be roughly $382 Canadian for Canadian dealers. It's a one-time purchase, and just a little bit over $300 for our American dealers. We can go back into our item design, and this has now been added to this. But keep in mind, keep the tools, keep it safe, and reuse them for every single project. Once again, this is Sherwin at Perfect Fit Closets, and please connect with us at support@perfectfitcanada.com for any questions.